There's nothing better than a good old-fashioned roll-up-your-sleeves, blue-collar, Marvellegends toy hunt, and that's what we are doing here today. The Falcon and Winter Soldier Build-A-Wing wave, that's nice, not interested in that. But we also have the Marvellegends Villains wave, and I am very interested in that. Oh, the way it hits the lips, it's been far too long. This guy just got out of his car, he's like, why are you so deranged talking to yourself? I don't know. Scalper, take all of them, save some, the fresh scent of rotten bologna. I haven't been here in like 2 weeks. It's a long time. God, I'm such a loser. Okay, Funko. Some dinos. Monopoly. Connecticut, do not fail me now. Moving on over. Oh my goodness gracious. Marvel. Oh! Yo, what's going on, people? Century Mad Collector here. Your Prince of Plastic has returned once again with another hunt video. We're back, baby. I'm back from Florida, back from vacation, and back to reality. I had a wonderful time with my girlfriend's family, and some of my extended family as well. Mike OG, Big Mike, Mr. Seth, what's poppin'? I can't thank you guys enough for taking the time out of your days to show me around Tate's, to show me around Bits, and to just let me be. It's been a long time coming for all three of us. It was a very special day, and it was because of you guys. So thank you very much again for that. Now, we are taking the sappy stuff and we're putting it over here, because right now we're getting down to business. This is gonna be a good old-fashioned slobber knocker. There's nothing better than a good old-fashioned roll-up-your-sleeves, blue-collar, Marvellegends toy hunt, and that's what we are doing here today. We have lots of Marvellegends waves out. By lots, I mean two. Dos. Numero dos. The Falcon and Winter Soldier Build-A-Wing wave. That's nice. Not interested in that. But we also have the Marvellegends Villains wave, and I am very interested in that. And I don't know what came over me however long ago. Actually, a sale came over me however long ago. So I did pre-order, which I rarely ever do, especially with Legends. But I pre-ordered a couple of those Legends figures, which you'll see in a haul video that I do when I show you what I got from Bits in my last hunt video with Mike and Seth. If you haven't already, go check that video out. It's a long one. It's got lots of toys, 85 minutes long. Enjoy. So I have part of that wave here, and I'm looking for the rest of it because I want to build Zemnu. We are going to look for the rest of the Villains wave, and we are going to start in a wonderful place. The wonderful world of Walmart. Norwalk, Connecticut, 650 Main Street. Norwalk, Connecticut, 680 Connecticut Avenue. Donut Delight. This is the lineup, folks. This is how we are going to start this hunt. Double dosage of Walmart, a whole lot of Norwalk, Connecticut, coffee talk, and maybe a Target on the way back. Do we stop in Stamford? Do we stop in White Plains? I don't know. We're looking for Legends. We're also looking for Castle Grayskull. I don't know about that, but it would be nice to find that out in the wild and share that moment with you guys. I would love that. So we'll see, but that's what's on tap for now. Oh, you know what's also wonderful in Connecticut? The Toyman and Jess. Two great people, newer channel. He and I talk on Instagram. We have been talking on Instagram, you know, over the course of the past few months. He recently made a channel. He's been out in Japan, stationed in Japan. Thank you for your service, buddy. And he's got some pretty cool footage of some pretty cool stuff that we don't normally see here. Thrift shops, flea markets, and he picks up stuff. So very, very cool. His girlfriend Jess also runs out and hunts over here as well, so you get the best of both worlds. I enjoy their content, and if you're interested, go check it out. I will put the link to the Toyman's channel in the description of this video below, because that to me is what it's about, folks. It's about community and supporting each other. I also need bubble wrap for my boy Insane Goon and my boy Jeff, the Poppin' Couple from The Poppin' Couple, because I need to ship out some Clone Wars figs to them. So we're on the hunt for bubble wrap as well. Now that I've talked way too much on this intro, in this intro, I'll see you in Connecticut. The fresh scent of rotten bologna. I haven't been here in like 2 weeks. It's a long time. God, I'm such a loser. Okay, Funko. Typical stuff. Looks like not much has been added since I've left. So, not much there either. So, we are going to head down to the main toy aisle now, and hopefully we can find some legends. All right, into the fray we go here. Main toy aisle time. And it appears that the end cap that usually has interesting stuff on it just has some classic Lego bricks. Always balls. And always public service announcements in this store every single time. Here's some wrestling. You can hear what I just said. Here's some wrestling. Jeez Louise. Some dinos. Monopoly-Saurus. What's going on right off the bat? I didn't see any MOTU WWE either. There's your Lone Ranger Ghostbusters. Flip around into Junksville plus Battle Cat. Ah, well, speaking of junk, anyway, no Joes. And as far as legends go, it's Peg Guardian Shang-Chi, some leftover House of X, flipping back around into Transformers, just so that one dude doesn't say my shaman sucks. Nah, this stuff is cool. Hot Rod. What else do we have here? This is kind of cool. Lego, random Lego mixed in. Red, this looks like it's also new. Oh, there's Cheetor. He's not that new. No Star Wars Black Series whatsoever. And MOTU. Nothing new. Let's flip around and check to see. There's nothing here for DC, obviously. And here are a few Hot Wheels on the Hot Wheels end cap. I don't see any Castle Grayskull. It would be... No, it wouldn't be there. Would be in the Lego section, which seems occupied. So let me go check that, and if there's anything there, I'll let you guys know. All right, let's see what we got over here. Got nothing. We have the usual Ghostbuster Peggies. When are we going to see new ones of those? I forget when the release date is out for some of the monsters coming out. Here's wrestling, not too much. Basicville. 1 Series 83, Drew McIntyre. What else? We got Tony Storm also. Flipping around into a sea of nothingness. Let's see. Over here, no pun intended, we've got Wenwu. And I don't think I see any Villains Wave at all. Wow, this is a very empty Walmart. Jeez. Some Dino Fury Rangers. Man, it's rough. Give me off with a Castle Grayskull, please. Here are the Transformers. Yay! Hot Rod, a couple of them. Cheetor. Decent selection. These guys. Some pretty cool stuff. A few more. And let's see. Black Series, no Black Series, but we've got Vintage Collection, Admiral Akbar, Endor Han, another Akbar. This is a good figure. Can we get a retro version? That would be cool. Smaro TJ Vintage. And
nothing else. This is rough. This is really rough. Thank God there's coffee across the street. Check down the Lego aisle for some Gray Skull. Let's see. Anything? What do we got? Sticker still here? There's the sticker. And no playset. So, there it is, no playset. Excellent. This was a huge bust, but that's okay because that's what Target is for. Also, huge disappointments and busts, but before we do anything else, before we go to another store, it's coffee time, baby.
You know what time it is. Oh, bam! Oh, it just, the way it hits the lips, it's been far too long. Oh boy. Well, this trip was a bust. You know I have a ton of love for Norwalk, Connecticut, but man, we've got our cafe, and that's about it. They had a couple of, this guy just got out of his car, he's like, why are you so deranged talking to yourself? I don't know. I don't know. He's right over here. Doing stuff in his truck. Anyway, we literally saw nothing. We did not find any new Marvel Legends. No Build-A-Wing wave, and no villains. I'm really into this. I'm really digging this villains wave. We got Zemnu, which is really cool. The OG Hulk. I want to build him. I'd like some AIM soldiers. Definitely going to army build. The crap out of those. Scalper, take all of them, save some, definitely need some of those. I really am digging the Red Skull. I'm really digging Dormammu. It's just a great wave. It is. And I haven't said that about a Marvel Legends wave. I mean, I've said that about figures in the recent past. But wave, I haven't said that, yeah, I don't know, a long time. So it'll be fun to track those down. Dr. Doom, I didn't pre-order him. But nothing here, folks. Nothing here but Admiral Akbar. You know, it's a trap. This coming here was a trap today. I would love to see him in retro form. I know we've talked about that on this channel a bit. I also have a video of it on the retro Mando wave, which I loved, Kenner inspired, and figures. And I hope to see more of those. I wish we would see more of those. If we had more of those, I would completely abandon my vintage, the vintage collection, not the original vintage toys, but the vintage collection Star Wars 3 3/4 figures. I would totally ditch that for retro recasts of the Kenner figures. If you haven't already, folks, speaking of Kenner figures, Star Wars figures, if you haven't already, go check out, and you're interested in Star Wars vintage Kenner, go check out it's part 1 of an unprecedented, in my opinion, an unprecedented collection, a once-in-a-lifetime collection, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, a collection that I truly believe, a Star Wars vintage Kenner collection that I truly believe we will never see in our lifetime ever again. Go check that out. I'm going to be filming part 2 with my buddy John from Toywiz later this week, the ROTJ portion of it. And on top of that, I just got a picture from my buddy John. Just when you think the Star Wars Kenner stuff couldn't get any better, or you know, this might be it for a while, we have another Star Wars vintage collection, Kenner collection, that came in. Return of the Jedi, Power of the Force. So we are just lining up some really, really good vintage Star Wars stuff for the channel. I'm really excited about that. Super duper excited about that. You know, I received a phenomenal reception on part 1 of that video, so thank you, all of you guys. It was so important to me to get that video right, especially all of these videos right. But to do that, to have a collection like that in front of you, the amount of excitement and joy, just sensory overload that hit me, that's something I wanted to share with all of you guys, and it seems like it struck a good chord, and that makes me happy. So we have plenty more vintage Star Wars Kenner stuff coming to the channel very soon. But yeah, I mean, like, light on the everything. these stores. I don't know. I'll hit a Target on the way home because this was ridiculous. And otherwise, like outside of Castle Grayskull, which not sure we're finding that out in the wild, thankfully. Big Bad Toy Store has my back. I've got it covered there, but not sure we're gonna find that. Also, you know what I wanted to bring up too, and this is a major bummer. It's so I missed, and let me know what you guys think of this. I missed out on the PowerCon MOTU exclusives, which I really wanted that 4-pack. I think it was a 4-pack, and I missed it everywhere. Just because it slipped my mind, or I was on vacation. I was out, things happen, and I missed that, and that sucks. And I just feel like when it comes to these dopey exclusives, there are so many of them. It's impossible to keep track. It's impossible to keep up. I just wish like we didn't have to deal with that nearly as much as we do. Everything is an exclusive. Everything. It's just like, it's really annoying after a while. It does become frustrating. It's just very hard to keep track of. So I missed out on that. What else? I missed a couple of things actually recently. But do you guys have that problem? Do you share that same sentiment? Like, do you miss a lot of exclusives that come out, and you're like, oh, I didn't realize that was coming out now, or I didn't realize that just came out, now I missed it? And it's rough, especially, and this is coming from a guy who's very active and proactive with all this stuff, and I still miss plenty, so not looking forward to paying the aftermarket for that 4-pack, but it is what it is. We'll figure that out when the time comes. So yeah, I figured I'd share that with you guys. Other than that, I mean, we're really just caught up with everything. Hopefully we can find some like newer waves of stuff, maybe even before release dates that aren't street dated, like Star Wars and MOTU and anything else, because we have seen that on this channel before. We have hunted down stuff and found it much earlier, way earlier than expected. So, but outside of the villains, Legends Wave and Grayskull, for the newer things that are out and about, there's really not much else going on. Let's talk about hobby shops, specifically the hobby shops down in Florida. Wow, I don't know if you guys, I don't know why I'm doing this. Just cheers. I don't know, for the folks that are watching this video right now, if you went ahead and watched my last hunt video, which was down in Florida with Mike and Seth, which I mentioned earlier in this video. But you should, especially if you're into vintage toys, if you're into collectible shops. Man, oh man, Bits and Buttons and Tate's, and those were only two of the places that are down there that we happen to go to and film at. We also went to Corca's Comics. They didn't let us film in there. We went to Target, which is just the greatest collectibles place on earth. But Bits and Buttons and Tate's is the real deal. Visiting those two places, and I didn't realize how, because Seth always films that friggin' Hot Toys case, which I told him, I'm like, dude, I didn't even realize how big this place was. They have a lot of really good stuff in there. A lot of really good stuff. Wanted to pull the trigger on some Spawn stuff, but I did not. Some vintage McFarlane Spawn. That's classic OG too, as well. If you watch any of his, if you've been following him for a while, he used to hunt those down at flea markets, which are some of my favorite videos of his. They had some really good, they had a really good vintage wrestling selection. They had some really good Jack stuff. They had some LJNs, they had some Hasbros, and wow, and some vintage Kenner, Star Wars, a lot of ESB, NROTJ stuff that you saw, or that you could or will see, may have seen already, loose in case, in a display case there over in Tate's, which was very, very cool to see. And they seemed like a lot of them were in good condition, even the ones that weren't complete. The figures themselves looked good, and seemed very fairly priced too, actually. And Bits was just wild. I have not been in a store with that much vintage, not even just vintage, but quality vintage, and so much of it, of every line. I mean, MOTU, Thundercats, TMNT, Dick Tracy. Oh, so much Dick. There's just a lot of everything. You had an incredible wrestling selection as well. Jakks, Hasbro's, LJN, they had it all there. Just really, really, that Elites, they had a whole Mego wall. The list goes on and on and on. Toy Biz Marvel, one of my favorite toy lines. I may or may not have picked up something from that section. And vintage G.I. Joes. What a selection of that. I mean, just unbelievable. Loose, on card. Yeah, I mean, that store is crazy, and Dominic is an awesome dude. He really is an awesome dude. He's running that shop right. He knows what he's doing. So he's great for the community. That store is amazing. I highly recommend anyone down in Florida, Fort Lauderdale area, on the east side of things, and even if you're not, make the trip and go check those places out. Those are the two places that, I mean, seem like there are a ton of really cool places down in Florida, but I can only really speak to the ones that I've actually been into physically, and those two places are great, Tate's and Bits. So I'm actually really curious. I know that, like, you know, there's been a pretty good influx of subs into the channel since the Star Wars Vintage Kenner Star Wars video, which is awesome. I'm so happy about that, and that people enjoy that video. But I know that there's like a pretty good influx of vintage folks on the channel now, and I think we definitely there was a contingent of that at some point as well, or growing, I should say. That has been building, I should say. What am I talking about? On the channel. And there's definitely been a spike, I think, recently, which is cool, because I'm a huge vintage guy. Anyone that knows me knows this. If you have been in and around my channel for a while, you guys know this. If you look at some of my older toy hauls, like really, like a year or so ago, it's all vintage stuff. So it's really cool to capture that audience as well. I'm curious to know, for all you folks, more modern collectors out there that enjoy the Targets and the Walmarts and the stuff that, you know, we see and pick up on a more regular basis, are any of you guys into any of the vintage stuff as well? Like, does the Star Wars Kenner stuff interest you? G.I. Joe vintage, anything, TMNT, another amazing selection at Bits. Does the vintage stuff interest you guys, like all of you guys? And if so, like, to what degree? Because I would love to know that, just to know that about you guys, to get to know some of you guys better. And also, it helps me as I go out to see, you know, to film certain things that you guys may like to see, or may even like to go and pick up if you're in the nearby area or coming to visit or whatever. I mean, I'm going to film it anyway, but I would just love to know, like, where some of your interests lie outside of the usual Target and Walmart grind. So let me know. But for now, we're gonna go see if we can go track down some new villains, legends, and maybe even a Kong mecha figure. I don't know. We're always on the hunt for Mego horror as well. I still haven't found young Frankenstein. So hopefully find that stuff. And I think that's gonna wrap it up for Coffee Talk today, folks. I will see you at our next store, which is most definitely going to be a Target. Cheers.
Connecticut, do not fail me now. We are actually going to, instead of hitting the Star Wars aisle first, we're going to hit the Legends DC Joe toy aisle first. Got the usual DC stuff that we normally see. Let's see, here we go, Transformers, Bumblebees, or I'm sorry, Shockwave, Megatron, some Bumblebees. I'm just reading the cards. Like I said, guys, I don't collect Transformers stuff, but I am happy to show it. Huffer. I always do this. I always take this off that stupid peg up there. What else? What else? What else? What else? Spike, wickety, wickety, wickety. Ranger Peggies. Moving on over. Oh my goodness gracious. Cobra Infantry sighting. It's interesting. Got Red Scarlet. Zartan again. Double dosage of Zartan. And Scarlet. Wow. Pretty good. Pretty good Joes. I actually did see the side of that Joe box walking in. I'm not going to lie. I did notice that. And we've got some the MOTU minis. Shout out to General Kenobi. Wow. Fully stocked on this. Anyone needs 3 3/4 Marvel. Oh, Sugar Puff. Hold on. Hold on, Sugar Puff. Hold on. This, if I can get off the peg, is new. New to me. Gray Hulk. We've got green. Shout out to Fig Bro for hooking me up. I'm taking this. This is awesome. I didn't even know this was out. I'm gonna set that off to the side. Good old Cap. Iceman. The whole gang is here. Iron Man. Electro. We have all this stuff. Another Gray Hulk. Wow, and Iron Man. Awesome. We're definitely taking him. We've got Daredevil and Electra down there. As far as 6-inch Legends, we do not have any villains. We have no Build-A-Wing, just Peg Guardian Shang-Chi. Nothing here, so let's go flip around in the Star Wars land into a galaxy far, far away, about 2 feet away. Edge in the house. Much better than WrestleMania Edge. Sasha Banks, got some Series 83. A couple of Sashas, it looks like. Drew McIntyre, a couple of Drews, a couple of Edgies. This place is always well stocked on archive. It's crazy. Hover Tank Peggies. You got Cena. This is one of the best scenes I've seen. That's gonna do it for wrestling, and it looks like Star Wars. Oh, we've got some 3 3/4 vintage collection Akbars. Hoth Luke. And Endor Han. What else? Not much else. Let's go grab our guy over here. And just want to jump around one other corner. This wrestling end cap is still here. This is really just for historical data. Still here. Oh, wait, what is this? Greg the Hammer, Series 7. I think I've seen him pop up somewhere else on video recently. Overstock? Hammer? I don't know. Bunny Suit Enon. That's it. We're going to take this guy and skedaddle.
All right, guys, back home here in Boxville once again. This hunt is all about the haul. I wanted to get a little hunt in once we got back from vacation to get my feet wet to see what I missed over the past 10 days. So decided to hit a couple of stores, but this hunt, this video is all about the bits and buttons haul, as well as a mail call, several mail calls that have built up over the past few weeks since I've been gone. So without further ado, we have plenty to go over here. Let's jump right into it. Man, oh man, where do we start here? This 34 by 34 table is not big enough to show everything all at once. And normally I break things down and go row by row. There's just an overwhelming amount of stuff on this table right now. I think we're just going to start with what's in front and work our way to the back of the table. So I'm going to start off here with, this is actually a mail call from a very, very long time ago. I've been cleaning up Boxville, as some of you may know if you're following along on the community tab here on YouTube or on my Instagram where I'm posting pictures. I've been cleaning up some stuff, and I noticed whenever there's a zombie box, a zombie sailors box, it can never be ignored. I ordered this Toy Biz Marvel Venom from him from a really long time. Minty fresh, as always. What do you get from Zombie? See the job lot sticker there. This card is in phenomenal shape. You could lick that bubble. So clean. Crystal clear. He will not be staying on card, but still. Little ding down there, no big deal. He's coming off card. And as we move over, we picked up this 3 3/4 Marvellegends Retro Grey Hulk, which is pretty amazing. I had no idea it even existed. This was a really pleasant surprise at the end of this hunt. It's the only thing we grabbed on this hunt. I have not seen this, folks. Let me know if you guys have seen this out yet or if you've scooped it or what, but I haven't seen it on YouTube. I haven't seen it anywhere. But really happy to pick that up. Stamford, Connecticut Target was stacked with retros. I have never seen a peg that full of Marvellegends 3 3/4 retros like I did at Stamford. And here we go. The moment you've all been waiting for, folks. The centerpiece of this video, the centerpiece of this haul, the centerpiece of the Bits and Buttons haul. Sergeant Slaughter's 3-pack Renegades. The first time I've ever seen this in person. Fantastic price at Bits. Take a look, guys. I still don't know whether or not I'm going to keep this on card or not. It looks so phenomenal on card. It really, really does. I just look how, I mean, the figures, the bubbles on all of them, on Red Dog, on Taurus, on Mercer, they all look fantastic, and then you get the classic card art and accessories. The only thing that bugs the living crap out of me is this. Some idiot wrote $7.89. Maybe that was the price at the time. Sans decimal point. It's just everything about this is terrible. So I'm thinking one of two things. I have no problem keeping this on card, especially if I can take that off. So I'm gonna do my best to take that off. Let me know in the comments if you guys have any good ideas. I have a few ideas to try to get that off without damaging the card, but just really awesome stuff. This was the big purchase. There were so many different things I could have bought at Bits and Buttons, but I wanted to go with this one. I collect vintage Joes. Now I'm back into classified. We'll discuss that. That's topic and conversation for another video, but I've been collecting vintage Joes and trying to get, pick off the ones that I really like, that I see that are priced well, and this just fit the bill. So this was the big Bits and Buttons purchase. Very, very happy with that. What an amazing store and G.I. Joe, vintage G.I. Joe cabinet, as you guys saw from that previous video. And moving on over, we're still not done with Bits and Buttons. I have never seen in my life, out of all the Toy Biz Marvel figures, I've never seen Black Tom in person. And $7.95. Dominic gave it to me for $5. So awesome, in great shape. He's coming off card. Such a cool figure, man. I have literally never seen this ever. Ever. So we picked up him. And we also picked up from Bits. He's back here. Juggy. Sticking with Toy Biz Marvel. They're $5 piece. KB in the house. So awesome. So the Bits haul was this Juggernaut, Black Tom, and last but certainly not least, G.I. Joe Sergeant Slaughter 3-pack. And that's the Bits haul, plus Zombie Sailor, plus what we picked up on the hunt. So that's the first half of this haul breakdown. We couldn't save the best for last. We had to just get this one out of the way. I've been wanting to show this G.I. Joe card for a while, the Bits pickup. So that is the first half of the haul, and why don't we now jump in to the second half. Second half of this haul, it's a haul for days. I have to stack figures on top of figures, but here we go. We're starting off with the Mythic Legions, part of the Mythic Legions BBTS portion of this haul. A Red Fury Orc, looking phenomenal. His plate, chainmail, awesome dry brushing as always. With his big, what looks to be like a pole arm to me. Kind of looks like a glaive, actually. Looking excellent. And also from BBTS, we ordered 2 more Imperial Stormtroopers to add to the army. Those were hard to, or at least for me, to find in stores. So we added 2 more of those. And moving on down, also from BBTS, Conan the Barbarian Ultimates figure, beautiful, by the way. I have more of that line coming. And something I never do, I pre-ordered supervillains, part of the supervillains wave, even though we haven't found any yet out in stores. An AIM soldier. And this was a pickup from last hunt. Clone Pilot Hawk, we found him and Anakin. I don't care about Anakin, but my buddy Jeff from the Poppin' Couple is sending me, big shout out to him and them. He is sending me Echo and he is sending me Obi. So they will be in the house shortly. And more legends that I haven't found, but I pre-ordered because I had a good promo deal at the time. Dormammu, and Red Skull. This is an awesome wave, guys. And the funny thing is, the last time I think I've actually said, wow, this Marvel Legends wave is great, was probably 2017, whenever the Wendigo Build-A-Figure wave came out. Now, ironically, it looks like they used the Wendigo body sculpt for Zemnu, and I am saying that, I don't know, I've got something with that Wendigo Build-A-Figure. Every one of those, anything that that body sculpt has, you know, a part of, seems to be a very solid Marvel Legends wave, and there are some really good figures in this wave. And in my opinion, these are a couple of them. Still need to track down Doom, and still need to find a few more of those guys. And last but not least, folks, we have another Red Fury Orc from Mythic Legions BBTS. And that is going to do it. Booyah. Alright guys, as always, thank you so much for taking the time to check out this video and to check out the channel. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. It helps the channel greatly. And I will catch you on the next hunt. Peace.